When it comes to teaching kids about money, rest assured your children are fast learners, especially when it comes to spending it. When kids observe you from day to day, they see you spending money because it is a necessary part of everyday life. However, there are things that we buy that are not part of everyday life, such as when we go to the mall. Now, most teenagers love going to the mall. They're designed for one purpose, to get more of your money. They're like magnets for your money, as they're an environment that feeds into our need to have it now. It's a trait of the generation that wants all of the money but doesn't want to do any of the work. Now, here lies the problem. Your kids know that you have money, but they don't know what you had to do to make that money. All they see is that you leave the house and you come back later that day stressed out. Since they don't know what you do all day, it just seems like you work too hard. We've often brought our children into the spending part of our lives. But think about how effective you could be when teaching your kids about money if you brought them into the effort part that leads to the spending. You have to be careful of the example that you're setting for your children. Will they grow up to believe that using a credit card to buy a luxury item is a viable alternative when you're low on funds? If you don't show your children all the aspects of earning and spending money, you're missing a great opportunity to teach them about money. Credit cards can be convenient in a lot of situations, but our generation faces the problem of misusing them. Too often our children think that paying with credit is not really paying, and this leads to impulse spending, which in turn leads to debt and us losing control of our financial situation. When you realize that the vast majority of young people say they learn their financial habits from their parents, you can see why this is a problem. Next time your credit card bill arrives, take the time to discuss it with your children. Compare the feeling of buying the item to the feeling of paying for it now. Are you still using the item? Do you think that it was a worthwhile purchase? These are the things that you need to discuss with your children. Involving your children in all aspects of day-to-day finances will teach them valuable money skills that will help them later in life. So that's our quick short video on teaching kids about money and credit cards. If you've any questions at all, please email us at info@moneytoolkits.com.